Hi, this is Monk from Uber Rock Television, and you're very privileged today on today's episode, folks. We are here in the inner sanctum, the man cave at Uber Rock HQ, and I'm very pleased to say we have two special guests who are the first ever interviewees to be allowed in here. It's Ciaran and Jones from Cursed Sun.
What up?
You.
Welcome, guys.
Thanks, man. That's pretty cool. Dig it. What can we take on the way home?
Nothing. It's all tanked. It's all glued down.
All right. Not going home, I know what you're
there's a spare Conjuring Fate CD you can have. Maybe by any means one. The reason you're here, it said CDs, brand new EP out, Vendetta.
Yes.
4 tracks. Tell us a wee bit about it.
Vendetta, we've actually been working on it for quite a while because we had a lineup change. Monty unfortunately had to leave us, our bass player, and then Steve came in. So it's been about 2 years in the making. Like, we haven't released anything in about 2 years, but and I know it's only 4 tracks, but yeah, with a whole lot of change happening with Monty moving on and getting Steve in. And then Steve and Chris both had kids, so that took us out of the game for a little bit. So, but we're immensely proud and happy to get this CD finally out. And Vendetta is, I know it's a cliche thing to say, but I'd say it's our best stuff. It's great to have Steve on board to give us that wee fucking boost, you know.
He really has brought a new sense of energy to the band, hasn't he? And sort of ratcheted it up to the next level.
He has, man. It's I believe this is the best lineup yet, and Steve does bring a lot of energy, and he's a fucking workhorse, that boy, and yeah, I'm excited to see what happens in the next coming months. We've got a couple of good gigs coming up, and obviously the EP launch next Friday, and Love and Death. So yeah, Steve's a great addition.
Also, second set of vocals as well to help you out a wee bit as well, bring in some
a
wee bit of disharmony there.
Well, that's it. I've decided, I always had backing vocals written in for the songs anyway, because I think if you've got a 5-piece, you may as well use somebody for backing vocals. And I always try and write with that in mind, but I've started to do some even more so dual vocals, because me and Steve are quite similar, so he can give me a bit of a breather at times, when he's coming in and then I'm coming in over the top of him, so it just switches about, and I think it gives it even that much more punch to the songs. Like, there's a lot more badass vocals in there.
Of course, the lead single came out video a wee while back, so very familiar to your fans, and it's a real crowd pleaser because it does get everybody singing along. MDK. Tell us a wee bit about that particular song and the rather unusual video behind it as well.
Okay. Do you want to speak about the creation of the music itself?
No.
No. he's just here for the free good.
I'm just here for the room. I sort of had it half written at the time when it first came about. It was just a couple of simple riffs that if you're gonna stick it to an influence, it'd be more along the lines of maybe Slipknot and Mudvayne, and that's really where it came from. But yeah, I had those put in, and then I can still remember to this day, I was getting the last half of the song learned to the guys, and they all sort of looked at me as if I was just making it up as I was there on the day, I said, no, trust me, I've it written here. I know it seems like I'm just sort of thinking on the spot, right, just go with it, but no, I had it written, I had it in my mind how I wanted the sound and everything, and thankfully it came second nature to the guys to learn it, and after a few rehearsals we were good to go, and then obviously Jones did a good job with the vocals. But yeah, I'm actually glad that it is becoming a crowd pleaser and that people are able to relate to it and sing along with it and record next to it, really, I suppose, because that's the aim at the end of the day. With any song you want to write, you want to make sure it's going to have heads nodding, snapping necks by, cashing checks at the when you make it to the Playboy Mansion,
Does that still exist?
Did?
Well, yeah, the murder, death, kill thing obviously came about from the likes of Demolition Man and have a lot of movie influences because I'm big into my film. But I thought for writing this particular song, I was like, can I write a song that people will just fucking want to chant along to, like, because we haven't really had that before. Yes, sometimes we have stuff that would maybe stick in your head, but I was like, right, let's make a tune that people can remember, and like Murder, Death, Kill, you can't not remember that, especially if we're repeating it a few times. And now it's going to be part of the back of our t-shirts. It's kind of our slogan now, Murder, Death, Kill, and then the symbol of the band. So yeah, so we created that. It got a lot of buzz over the last year or so. People chanted and they shared it at the start of our gigs, and we're like, we'll fucking play it at the end, alright? Leave it to the end. It's the popular song. Like,
You always want to get a cue right now.
Just every song's like, what's coming up next? Murder, Death, Kill? No. Fucking at the end, shut up, listen to the rest of the music.
We need to bring the crowd to rehearsal, like, and just
just let them know what's happening. But so then when it came to the idea for the video, I just had this idea of, like, we're thinking like the Vendetta thing, and it's kind of like vengeance and stuff. We thought of these vigilantes, masked kind of vigilantes that would come in. It looks like they're going to just basically murder this household of it looks initially it looks like a family of mother, father, and 2 daughters. And there's a switch at the end. I won't tell you what it is. You have to watch the video. But there's a wee twist at the end, and I wanted people to think initially like, oh, these ones are just murdering, murder, death, kill. They're in killing people. But there's the wee switch at the end. I wanted to twist it up a wee bit, and that's why we decided to go with the masks and stuff. So kind of like the faceless, like V for Vendetta style. And leading on from that, I'm hoping we're actually, after the EP launch on Friday, on Sunday we're shooting a video for Replicant. So initially, like we were saying about the four songs, we're hoping to do 4 videos. So we may as well. I like making videos. So, you know what I mean? It's always good because me and him come from an acting background, so it's good to get in there and do a wee bit of acting or writing, for creating.
Acting the kid.
Acting.
Acting a leg more like.
It's what we do.
I haven't heard that in a long time, but acting the kid.
Not that kid.
As you say, you have the EP launch coming up this Friday. You've mentioned the new video. What's 2020 holding for you then, so far? I know you've a few gigs, but then you've one very important one at the end of May.
Yeah. We'll let you talk about that in a minute. So we have EP launch, as we said. We want to try and get in the new year down to Dublin, Cork, hopefully across seas, but these useless fuckers have got different shit on where you can't head away. You're doing training and stuff, so we have to figure out dates basically to try and get away, because we want to play England and stuff. It's been a few years and we haven't done that. Want to go over and see how the music fares over there. Then we have actually entered into Metal to the Masses again this year, so this will be the 4th time.
4 fingers crossed.
So I don't know. Do you want to speak a bit about Metal to the Masses and why we're doing it again, or why are we doing it?
I think it was just one of those things. See, I know after the 3rd one, I just sort of thought, like, I don't know. I think we'll just leave it. It's nice to play gigs and all, and you always get good crowds at those things. But I think from the whole competition thing, like, I had a different sort of opinion. I thought, I don't know, just leave it. Just try and get it off the work we're doing ourselves. Like, just gig more, try and get more of a season. Let's try and make something happen from that, really. But I think after we realised there's actually a lot more to win this year at Metal to the Masses. I think we were all sort of thinking, right, well, there's a lot more to win here now. Like, there's a music video, there's cash prizes, and a couple of other things. So, yeah, okay. I thought, right, fair enough. Everybody else was happy to do it, so I thought, right, so I'll go with the majority, we'll say. But Yeah, it's. I mean, there was really good buzz at last year's one in Bar Sub when it was about. Sadly, it's not there anymore. But yeah, the response we got there, the sound, the whole night was just a brilliant night. You know, if it wasn't a competition thing, it would have been it's a damn good gig to remember. Like, a real good gig. Like, I mean, everything about it, the sound, the crowd, the bands, the whole lot was just phenomenal. Like.
Yeah, I think Metal to the Masses, it's great exposure for all the bands that enter. There's a really good, diverse range of bands in it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some that say, what are they doing? They're not Bloodstock material, but then what is Bloodstock material? You never know.
Who knows?
They're renowned for their own diversity. But to me, it's also helped focus in on the local scene very much so, because since really Metal to the Masses has taken off, it's bringing the crowds, and the whole scene seems to be getting more and more popular. There's more people actually going to shows such as yourselves, or Conjuring Fate, or Senescence, or whoever, than maybe was 4 or 5 years ago. So it can only be positive, even if you just treat it as it's just another gig.
Yeah, it's definitely positive, and it is great exposure. And I know it's disheartening if you don't win. Obviously, if you get to the final, like us, we've been there 3 times to the final and never got the Bloodstock slot, which is disheartening. But you know what? We decided to give it a shot again, and like I said before, with Steve in the mix, giving us that extra boost, and gives us that energy on stage. I think we have a new kind of a new look and stuff about the band. So hopefully we'll see how we get. Like if we get to the final, happy days. And obviously if we win it, that'll be fucking amazing. But we'll see how we get on.
We'll see how we get on. Indeed, I'm not making any comment, being one of the judges.
Exactly. Yeah.
So. Just like to say thanks to the 2 lads for coming and joining us here in the inner sanctum of Uber Rock headquarters. Vendetta is out now.
No, it's. I think we're gonna have it out next Friday. But what we're trying to figure out: do we release it early so people can listen to it and then go to the gig, or do we let the ones that go to the gig hear it in full and then we release it that evening or the next day for the ones that unfortunately missed the gig? So. We're trying to figure it out. Yes, we're still figuring it out.
But there's also a competition that we put up as well. Go to Facebook and check out the post we put up yesterday. I think we put up yesterday. Yeah. You basically have to. What do you have to do? You have to say attending on the event and invite 10 people to it, and then we're going to pick a winner out of there, and they're going to get a big bundle of goodies from the Cursed.
The new merch. The new merch.
You get a T-shirt. There's going to be stickers. There's going to be bottle opener, lighters. All
the shit. The CD.
Yeah, big. I can't think of something. Big picture frame. I don't know.
Well, if everybody who enters a competition brings 10 people, you'll be moving the gig to the Ulster Hall. That's right. Not Love and Death. Have you seen it? It's tiny.
I know it is tiny, which
That's
is
perfectly alright with me.
Here, it's going to be a sweaty one.
It will be. So on that note, look out for Vendetta by Cursed Sun. We gave it a rave review when it came out. It is a pretty awesome piece of work. 4 brilliant songs, brilliant musicianship, and a stunning production by Joss Robinson. Big shout out to him, who's really making a name for himself in producing local metal bands. So that's it. All the details are underneath, Facebook, etc., etc. Log on, follow the guys, enter the competition, win all sorts of goodies. And as we always sign off with, keep her lit, keep her between the hedges, but above all, keep it rock and fucking roll!